Hey, and thank you for clicking play. That's probably way too loud. Yes, you are on the right channel. It's not sort of segueing into LGR or something. This is the Nook that I recorded my first video in for this channel. What did I even do on that first video? I think I just talked about the fact that I'd purchased an Amiga 500 Batman pack in the UK, that I lived in Australia, that I was going to have to wait a year to go and pick it up. And we've had quite a journey since then. So that would have been back in 2018, late 2018, that I started this. On the back of very little more than that, the fact that I was so excited that I purchased an Amiga 500 again. I was going to have to wait a year to go and collect it from the UK, and I just thought maybe that was an interesting story to tell. Wasn't sure if I was going to continue the channel after I'd seen that through to, you know, the logical conclusion of picking it up. This is the IBM Aptiva, one of the many items that I've now randomly added to my collection. So this is where it all started, not with the Aptiva, but just talking about that experience, showing you a copy of Amiga Format magazine, I believe I also did in that video, Amiga Format issue 3. And yeah, just taking you with me on the start of my journey from this very spot, my first video. Why am I talking about this? Because we've just hit 1,000 subs. And it's all down to you guys. When I say just in the last few days, I then moved into here. So a lot of the videos you would have seen would be in this room. So I had a desk here and recorded a lot of stuff from this location here. And the first stuff was just using the webcam actually pointing out. So you would have seen a view similar to this with these shelves in the background. They were slightly more this way, and just doing stuff in emulation at that point, because obviously I didn't have a physical Amiga. This is now my wife's craft room, so there you go. My son's drum kit. So that's this room. Oh, and I did at the start of the pandemic, and we have to talk about that. It's part of this journey. What a crazy few years, but doing streaming of Doom VR, I did from here as well. And that was honestly, like I shared in that video, that was at the start of lockdown and everything like that. That formed part of my, what I would call therapy, you know, a way to escape the madness, and even to put a tangible enemy that I could destroy with a virtual shotgun, because obviously you can't destroy the virus quite so easily. It has been a crazy few years. Lots of things have happened. Some of you know some of the stuff. Some of it will stay private, and hopefully you'll appreciate that. Yeah, you know, the pandemic's taken its toll on all of us, and my family included. But yeah, we're over 1,000 subs now, and look at what we've achieved. I only bought an Amiga, so it all started with, you know, buying this. My mate Lee, it's his fault, because when I sent him the eBay link, he said, "Oh mate, if it was my money, I'd buy that." You don't see them come up that often, and I've only seen 2 since, complete Batman packs. That's where it all started, and look at everything else, including the shelves. They're not cheap, you know. All of this, and look, it's my own personal collection. It is for me, but I've really enjoyed this journey of sharing it with you guys throughout this, you know, past 3 years. We've got a battle station 2 down there, one of the latest acquisitions, and I'll show you the latest pickups in a moment. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And over here even, you know, we've got the Nintendo corner, as I call it. You know, a nice CRT VHS player. I need to get another one because that isn't stereo and it doesn't rewind, so that's not too helpful. DVD player, that works fine. N64, more stuff will be added to that corner. One of those Namco joysticks. I don't really talk much about my movie collection because I haven't really seen that as part of collecting, because we've never stopped buying DVDs. That's just something we do, rather than, we have access to streaming services, but yeah. So yeah, look, just sharing with you the room again without trying to make any spoilers, but you know, before I show you, there's only a few pickups that I'm going to share with you today. It really is today about just thanking you guys for your support from day one, for those of you that have been with me through the beginning, from further on, for those of you that have jumped on It's the A500. I've got an A1200. I've got a Spectrum Plus 3. I've got an Acorn Electron. Those are the big, you know, that and the Plus 3. They're my big 3 nostalgia items, as you guys appreciate, plus the Philips G7000 I need to get working again. But the A1200 has become my daily, simply because it's so fully loaded and I can just run things off there. Sorry, interrupting myself, which is very rude. So yeah, just thank you to everybody. I can't name any names because I will forget some names, and that's just not fair. So seriously, if you're watching, if you subscribed yesterday, thank you. If you subscribed 3 years ago, seriously, thank you. The same thanks goes to everybody. If you watch all of my videos, thank you. If you watch one of my videos, thank you. I don't care. It's not a money maker for me. This is just a hobby, just a way of, I don't know. In fact, I'll share, I haven't mentioned this before, but you know, in my career path, I've been IT support, I've done multimedia development, all of that kind of stuff. Where I find myself now in my work life, there is no creative outlet, and that's been very rare for me. I've been very fortunate that there has usually been a creative element to what I do in the day for you know, a crust, but that's not the case at the moment. It is, and look, I'm very grateful for the job I have. It's a good job, but it is literally just middle management, so and a bit of people management and contract management. I won't say too much about it, but basically there is nothing creative at all about it, and that's fine, because sometimes, you know what, it isn't the workplace that scratches a certain itch. It is, but the workplace enables a hobby that does, and this for me is it, and I'm really enjoying the journey. So before we move on to the pickups today, I just want to thank you all. What better than some cheap fortified wine from Aldi? It's so cheap. It's like $5 a bottle, £2.50. It's so bad, but it's good. If I was recording tomorrow, it would be something a bit stronger, but I haven't got there yet. It's a long weekend coming up. So, thank you. Really, thank you. We will continue. Let's get on to these pickups. First and foremost, boring stuff. I have got a couple of 8 gig CF cards and a new internal compact flash adapter for the A1200. The idea being because Godfrey gave me the adapter that allows me to plug an external one in the side of this as well, and I've put an adapter inside my PC so that I can basically prepare CF cards on the PC, plug them into the side of the A1200 as an easy way of transferring new items across, you know, new files, WHD load, that kind of thing. So I've got those, but that's a bit dull to actually show you. In order of purchase and arrival, these two were unexpected. I was just messing about one Saturday. Oh, I know what I was buying. I went down to my local shops and I bought, I'll show you one end of it if I can get it. So I got the Battle Station, as you know, the Battle Station joystick, but I had to borrow Shane's cables to make sure it worked, which it did. And I bought, they're just these. They're so that male at one end, female at the other end, from Altronics, one of our local electronic stores. $11 each, 5 meters, and that is everything I need to use the Battle Station 2 with the Amiga, with a C64, with an Atari, with anything you want, including a Master System and a Mega Drive. The only thing it won't do is the SNES. So that is great to have those and be able to walk into a store and still pick up serial cables. I love that. That's fantastic. But while I was in that area, while I'm mentioning that, because I walked into a Cashies in the same area, and I ummed and ahed, but I picked these up because they were so cheap. These are charity shop prices. So Xbox 360 games, Fear. I originally played this on the Xbox 360, on our original Xbox 360 before it red ringed, the white one. Absolutely loved the whole franchise, as I've mentioned before. So maybe this coming Halloween, I know it's a bit early to think about that yet, but I like to play a scary game. I do apologise. Let me lock the lighting. That's a bit better. I won't send you into seizures. So maybe this coming Halloween we'll dive into that a bit, and I'll do it as a capture. But that'll be good. So that was $3. What this is, cash generator. Yeah, cash generators in Midland. So there we go. Fear, $3. Fantastic. They did have something else that I was interested in that I will, but I didn't pick it up, but I'll mention that in a minute. And also there, number 2, $5. And I am denied. I thought number 2 I actually played on the PS3 because when our original Xbox 360 died, that's when I jumped. And so PS3 is what I played this on. But again, just such a good game. I keep saying that it's number 3 that has the rather interesting ending. I'm wrong. It's actually number 2. This is one of my favourite games of all time. I preferred this to number 3. Number 1 is great. Number 2 is what a weird twist that sends your head into, but a fantastic game. Love it. So both Xbox 360 games. To me, Xbox 360 and PS3, they're pretty much the same thing, really. And an Xbox 360 is what we've got in the house, so that's what we use. Right, the next one. It's no secret, but it hasn't featured in a pickups of its own. It's the A500 Mini. So really enjoying that. This is more or less an empty box because I'm using the mouse on my PC still. That wasn't even a joke. That is what I'm using it for. So I love being able to do that. And the actual device itself is genuinely plugged into my television. So that is fine there. That's not really gonna... People are gonna be like going, you're using your A1200 as a shelf. You're a madman. No, all that's fallen over. And the last thing, so this isn't a very big pickups video. This came today, and this was a marketplace listing, essentially. Somebody advertised it in one of the retro groups on Facebook for $20. So this fits in well with starting this video in front of the Aptiva in the other room. Duke Nukem 3D, and this is Kiloton Collection. This is a big box. Now, you might not be able to see, this box is rather munted. This was advertised for $20 and then postage from the other side of Australia cost me another $20, so $40. But keeping in mind, the buy price of the thing itself is $20. That is a fair price in terms of this really is a very munted box. But I think that's still a bargain. And it was one of the few occasions when I actually saw something in time to jump on it. I saw it and I thought, bloody hell, I'll have that. So I said, yeah, I'll take it. I said, assuming it's complete and has all 3 discs, I'll take it. And then immediately there was other people going, me, me, me. And, you know, I was first in, best dressed. Really happy with this. I absolutely love Duke Nukem 3D. Never actually paid for the original PC version. I always had a pirate copy back in the day. So, but what Kiloton Edition comes with, it actually comes with Duke Nukem 1 and 2, the 2D platformers, and then of course Duke Nukem 3D Atomic Edition, and then some of the expansions along with that as well. So, and it's got the manual in it, it's got the extra, you know, registration cards, all of that is all in there. So really it is just the fact that the box is a little bit munted, but I really don't care. I'm just stoked. Even like that, I mean, I might try a box restoration, but it doesn't bother me. It costs $20. And as a shelf piece, that's fantastic. And I'll also enjoy actually installing all those extras as a fresh install rather than the pirate copy I've currently got in DOS on that machine at the moment. So really, really happy with that. That is probably one of my best pickups yet. I know you're thinking the box looks shit, mate. But seriously, that is a stunner. Duke Nukem, see, my feeling about Duke Nukem is it was kind of playing second fiddle to Quake when it came out, because Quake came out around the same time and of course was full 3D polygon, whereas Duke Nukem was still looked, even though it's not the same engine, it looked very similar to Doom. So it kind of looked a bit dated. So I don't think it really caught its stride back in the day, but it has become a real cult classic that everybody knows and everybody loves. Just really tongue-in-cheek humour. The kind of humour, I was going to say you can't get away with it these days, but they did it again in Duke Nukem Forever, and in fact they did it even worse. Even I find that a bit of a stretch, some of the humour in that. So look, pickups will be, you know, slim this year, simply because I'm trying to keep my spending budget in the black, which I have managed to do. And there is a UK trip coming up later this year. So finally hence, you know, tying back in with what I was saying about the pandemic and how that's affected all of us throughout these years. And a weird part of my journey, you know, I managed to get back in 2019, picked up the Batman pack, and then doors slammed shut. Bang, 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 bang. Can't travel. Can't travel, can't travel. Can't see family. Can't see family when they need you the most. So here we are. I'm going to go back to the UK this year. I won't telegraph exactly when because, you know, security-wise, it's not a good idea to tell the entire world when you're not going to be around, even though I'm going by myself, so the house is still, you know, guarded, as it were, and the cats are fed. That's the main thing. But yeah, it's going to be a big thing. There are some other things I will be collecting when I go back this time, and yeah, hopefully some nice surprises relevant to everything we do here. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.